Hello and welcome to today's social studies lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And let's begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. And now we can go back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave. And then back down to touch our toes. Let's stand up straight and have a shake. Arms and legs, shake it out. Shake it out. And then we'll do some rotations. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Excellent, guys. And now for some stretches. 5 to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. And to finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Have a seat. So in today's social studies lesson, we're going to begin learning about a new topic. And what we're going to do first is do an exercise on the board to understand how we arrive at this particular topic. So first of all, first question, after school today, where does everybody go? Home. Okay? So the smallest place that we have in our lives, that we exist, and where we live every day is our home. So let's write home on the board. H-O-M-E. Okay. But where is our home? What's the next place? If we step outside of our home, where are we going? Outside, not in a school. Where are you? Where is your home? It is in your word beginning with V. Village. Okay, your home is in a village. V-I-L-L-A-G-E. Okay. But now we've left our home. We've stepped into our village. But then we go a little bit further. We leave our village. Then where do we go? What's bigger than our village? We have our home, village, a place known as a town or city. Yes, town, T-O-W-N. Or if it's particularly big, has lots of people, it might be city. Why? Yes. So now we're getting to the really big places. Does anybody know what the name of the place is that has lots of towns or cities? It's a word beginning with P. It's bigger than a city, but it's smaller than a country. This is what we call province. Yes. P-R-O-V-I-N-C-E. Province. And then the largest place that we might go to is the entire country. Yes, okay? A country is made up of lots of different provinces. Does anybody know how many provinces there are in Thailand? Thailand has 77 provinces. If we put all of these provinces together, we have country. Okay? So we have home, village, town or city, province, country. So let's think about our situation. We all have our home, but then we leave our homes and we come to school. Where is our school? The village, and the name of the village is Pasang. Ban Pasang. Okay? Ban Pasang. Okay, so Ban Pasang is our village. But then we leave Ban Pasang. We go into the town. And the town is, does anybody know? Wiang, yes. I-A-N-G. So you see how Ban Pasang is the village, but then when we get to a bigger place, the town is Wiang. But then if we go outside Wiang into the province, Chiang Rai, yes. H-I-A-N-G-R-A-I. And then Chiang Rai is one of the provinces in the country that is Thailand. Yes. L-A-N-D. Okay, so we have village, Ban Pasang. Town, Wiang. Province, Chiang Rai. Country, Thailand. Now, all of the people in Ban Pasang are controlled or are led by a village leader. All the people in Ban Pasang, they vote for a particular person to be the leader of their village. Yes. Now, all the people in Wiang, they will vote for somebody to be the head of the province, Chiang Rai. And then everybody in the provinces, they vote for an elected representative to be the head of the government of Thailand. So what happens is all of the people they have a vote and they have the power to decide who it is who will be elected to represent them in each of their places. And this is the subject of today's lesson. This form of government, guys, D-E-M-O-C-R-A-C-Y. Democracy. Yes, and what democracy means that all of the people, starting with the smallest places at home, as long as they're an adult, they have the right to vote and they have the power to decide who will be the leaders of their village, their town, their province, and their country. And what happens is, when all the votes are put together, the people with the most votes are elected to represent the people. And this is the form of government known as democracy. Yes, and democracy is the topic of today's lesson. So that was excellent, guys. Very well done. And what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and also practice speaking about the different ways of democracy and how democracy affects the rule and constitution in Thailand. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about the topic of today's lesson, democracy. Yes, and as you can see in the picture here, democracy is represented by people. You can see all of the people here raising their hands. And that means that they're giving a vote. And the person who received the most votes is the one elected to represent the people. And that is the meaning of democracy. But let's take a look at some more ways in which democracy is affected. Democracy is a system of government in which the power belongs to people. Yes, the power is with the people because it's the people who elect the people to represent them. If nobody receives a vote, they cannot become heads of the government. So the people have the say on who will represent them by voting in an election. And as you can see here, the saying, majority rules. Under this system, the people have the power to vote for representatives. Yes, you can see here in this picture how all of the people are voting for one particular person. Does anybody know what country this is? Any guesses? What do you think the flag? People in what country? Not USA, France. Yes, these are people in France. And what they are doing, they are all voting for a particular person, Marine, to become president. If that person gets enough of the votes of the people, they will become the president. And that's how the people have the power. Democracy allows common people to rule their country through elected officials. Yes, as long as you're an adult, which means you're old enough to vote, it doesn't matter your situation, your job, how rich you are, or what you do, everybody has the same vote. And that's why everybody is treated equal in a true democracy. Every person's vote counts the same. And the person who gets the most votes wins the election and represents the people. Thailand is a constitutional monarchy with an elected Government. Now the term monarchy, does anybody know what monarchy means? Monarchy means Thailand has a royal family. Same as England. England has a royal family, so England has a monarchy. Thailand is the same. Thailand has a constitutional monarchy with an elected government. Thailand has a democracy under a monarchy that is ruled by the king. Now, do you know that person in the picture? That's the king of Thailand. He is the head of Thailand because he's the ruling monarch. And the monarchy is elected to rule with the democratic government. Democracy is based upon three main principles. Yes, there are three main pillars or principles about democracy. So let's take a look at all three. People power. Yes. The people rule their country by electing representatives. Yes. That way the power lies with the people. If the people don't vote for the person can't be chosen to represent. The person who most people vote for wins the election. And that's why people have the power. Majority rule. The person who most people vote for wins the election. Yes. When any country that has a democracy has an election, there's a certain time period for people to vote. Then once that time finishes, all of the votes are counted up. And the person who has the most votes wins the election. He becomes the represented official. And then the third and final principle of democracy, equality. Yes, equal rights. Every person is equal in the eyes of the law with equal rights. Yes, as long as they're an adult, which means they're old enough to vote, it doesn't matter their situation. They could be a farmer or they could be the head of a province. Each person gets one vote to choose who they want to represent them. And that's what we mean by true democracy. Any questions, guys? Okay, that was excellent. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about the various factors that contribute to a true democracy, and particularly how democracy affects Thailand with the ruling monarch, the king, and his situation where he sits alongside the ruling government in a constitutional democracy. And what we've got coming up is a flashcard exercise for our students to practice forming sentences. But first of all, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we'll have a game of Teacher Says. So listen carefully. Teacher says, touch your knees. Teacher says, arms in the air. Arms down. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, fingers on noses. Teacher says, fingers on ears. Fingers on mouth. Teacher says, touch your toes. Stand up straight. Teacher says, stand up straight. Teacher says, turn around. Turn back the other way. Teacher says, turn the other way. Okay. Teacher says, jogging on the spot. Stop. Teacher says stop. Teacher says interval. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teacher says jump. Excellent, guys. And teacher says sit down. So teachers, what we've got now is a flashcards exercise for our students to practice speaking some of the sentences about democracy, and also in their pairs or in threes if you have lots of students, have them forming the sentences together. So what you'll need to do is 2 sets of flash sheets. The first one that we'll stick to the board and have our students practice speaking, and then the second set cut into individual words that we'll give to our teams to practice forming and speaking. So first of all, guys, we need our sentences. Every person is equal in the eyes of the law with equal rights. And that's what democracy means, everybody equal in the eyes of the law. Our next sentence, the person who most people vote for wins the election. Yes, the person with the most votes wins. And that's through democracy, because the power's with the people to vote. The next sentence, the people rule their country by electing officials. Yes, the person who receives the most votes wins, and he becomes the elected official. Thailand is a country that has an elected government. And what that means is the people of Thailand, they will all vote. And the people who receive the most votes will be in government. And that's a democratic government. Democracy exists when power belongs to the people. Yes, the people have the power with their vote. In some countries, people don't have a vote. The government tell the people what to do. And that's not democracy, that's dictatorship. So it's always best to live in democracy. So what we've got now are our 5 sentences on the board. Now we need our teams. So today, Lakau and Bangpon, team 1. Preo and Down, team 2. Chu, Nadia, team 3. Pat, Pakbung and Net, team 4. So what we'll do, we'll give each team their own sentence. Team 4, you're welcome. Team 3. But remember, guys, no touching yet. Wait until everybody has theirs. Team 2, you're welcome. And team 1. So now all teams have their sentences. One of the sentences that's on the board. When I say go, students must work together to form the sentences and speak them correctly. 3, 2, 1, go. So have a look at your sentences, guys. Who can put it together? Democracy exists when power belongs to the people. Well done, guys. Okay. Thailand is a country that has an elected government. Perfect. Well done, guys. The person who vote for wins the election. Brilliant, well done. And team 3, every person is equal in the eyes
in the eye
of the law
of the law
with equal rights.
with equal right.
Perfect, guys. Well done. Excellent. So now everybody collect your cards, pass them to the team on your left. Pak Bung, I'll take yours and pass to Lak Gao and Pangpon. So teachers, what you can do now is you can pause the video and you can play on with your students for around the next 10 minutes. And remember, choose different flashcards and each time rotate them so all teams get to practice different ones. So team 1, here's your new flashcards. Team 1 ready? Team 2 ready? Ready. Team 3 ready? Team 4 go. So let's see a new sentence. Democracy okay.
Thailand
Is a country that has an elected government. Brilliant, guys. Democracy exists when power belongs to the people. Excellent. The person who most people vote for wins the election. Brilliant, guys. Well done. Every person is equal in the eyes of the law with equal rights. Brilliant, guys. Well done. Okay, so once again, next round, pass your cards. And we'll play on again with some more flashcards. And pass them to Lak Gao and Pangpon. Okay. Team 1 ready? Team 2? Team 3? Team 4? Ready? 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 Go!
Democracy
Exists when power belongs to the people. Excellent. The person who most people vote for wins the election. Brilliant, guys. Well done. Every person is equal in the eyes of the law with equal rights. Perfect, well done. And then team 3. Thailand is a country that has an elected government. Brilliant, well done. And now, guys, we'll do it one more time. So final round, swap your cards. Pak Bung, I'll take yours. And I'll pass them to Lak Gao and Pangpon. And once we're ready, team 4 ready? Team 3? Team 2? Team 1? Okay, final round, guys. So go. Thailand is a country elected government. Okay. The people who most vote for wins the election. The person who most people. Democracy exists when power belongs to the people. Every person is equal in the eyes of the law with equal rights. Perfect, guys. The person who most people vote for wins the election. Excellent. Well done, guys. And a big round of applause for everybody. That was great. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure every student in your class gets their own worksheet. And what we've got today is a series of sentences regarding democracy. Each sentence has a word missing. The words are in the vocabulary box. What we're asking our students to do is read each sentence and try to think what word is missing and write it in the space. All of the words and sentences were featured in the PowerPoint presentation, and some of them are on the board now. So let's give our students around 12 to 15 minutes for this exercise. And what's the first thing to do, guys? Names on top. So let go for you. Bank one for you. You're welcome. Hello, here's yours. You're welcome. Down for you. You're welcome. Chu for you. Nadia for you. You're welcome. Pat, here's yours. Pakbung, you're welcome. Annette, for you. So first one, democracy is a system of, what do we think? Democracy is a system of government. Okay, democracy is a system of government. It's the way a particular government can be run. Hopefully, the country you live in has a democratic government. Unfortunately, some countries have a dictatorship, which isn't good. In democracy, people have the power to vote. Excellent, well done. People have the power to vote. Common people to rule. Country, yes. That way, democracy, all the people in the country have the power. All of the people's votes go to the person who will run the country. That way, the people get to run the country. They pick the person. That's democracy. Thailand is a country with a monarchy that is ruled by, who is the head of the monarchy? Who rules Thailand? King. The king is the head of Thailand. He's even above the government. Like the Queen in England. England has a queen. Thailand has a king. Monarchy king. Yes. This number 4 is number 4, elected government. Number 5, king. Number 4, Thailand is a country that has an elected government. But number 5, ruled by the king.
The people rule
Their country,
their country by electing
very long words, by electing representatives. Yes, they are the elected officials, representatives. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to complete the sentences with the correct words from the vocabulary box. My students here all did a brilliant job, and we're going to practice speaking for you one more time. Democracy is a system of government. In democracy, people have the power to vote for representatives. Democracy allows common people to rule their country. Thailand is a country that has an elected government. Thailand is a country with a monarchy that is ruled by the king. Yes. The people rule their country by electing representatives. Every person is equal in the eyes of the law with equal rights. The person who most people vote for will win the election. And finally, democracy is based upon 3 principles. Guys, that was brilliant and very well spoken. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and now understand a bit more about democracy and how it affects governments in Thailand and other countries too. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.